마운틴 듀 GSL 시즌 1 리제너레이션.
What's up, everybody? We're back at the GSL Codas. Tassels and no raggarts here. We just wrapped up a really awesome best of 5. Maru versus Deer. What a treat. And, you know, Deer really did put up a good fight. But Maru, once again, exhibiting why he's won 3 GSL Codases in a row.
Yeah, I'm extremely scared for Trap if he gets through TY. I'm like, oh.
Yeah,
there's no way, or that's why Maru wants Trap to win, right? Like,
yeah,
that's basically like the best PBT we'll see. So if he can pretty much outclass Deer, I'm sure he can do it with Trap too.
Now, I don't know about you, but I feel like TY is supposed to win this. Am I wrong? Am I biased?
No, I think he will, or he should as well.
He's supposed to. I think
supposed to, yeah.
Trap's very good. He's a very crafty player, but I think TY
is like a more macro-oriented version of Maru.
Yeah.
Like he's actually like a guy who goes into the late game pretty commonly.
Yeah, and I think he's very organized with how he gets into the late game, but he's also very comfortable with timing attacks. I think Trap has proven that he's got a really versatile PBT here. He knows a lot of different ways to approach the matchup. I think sometimes he plays a little bit around the meta here.
Yeah, he does. He's also a little bit more aggressive, I think, in some situations.
Yeah.
Like he's more able to pull the trigger than some other Protosses.
Yeah.
Certainly in CVP, but I imagine as well in PBT.
So we got a quick video for you guys, and then we're going to hop into our match.
너무 좋죠. 그냥 올라갈 수는 있다고 항상 생각은 하는데 이게 여러 번 막히다 보니까 이게 좀 최종전에서 경기할 때마다 좀 불안한 마음이 아예 없진 않았어요. 네, 근데 오늘은 최대한 좀 편하게 한 것 같아요. 요즘 제 자신이 좀 약간 내면이 약간 변한 것 같아서 그게 제일 컸던 것 같아요. 게임적인 것보다도 자신감이라던가 아니면 좀 약간 긍정적으로 사고를 하려고 좀 노력을 해가지고 그것 때문에 좀 많은 부분들이 극복된 것 같아요.
GSL의 박한수 작가님 머나먼 집에서 제가 오기가 너무 힘든 거예요. 시차 적응 때문에 보금자리를 옆에 이불을 깔아주셔가지고 오늘 뭐 비록 형은 되게 좋은 침대에서 주무시고 저는 딱딱한 마룻바닥에서 잤지만 덕분에 그 보일러 난방의 따뜻한 온기가 저의 몸에 전해져서 오늘 이렇게 또 이길 수 있었던 것 같습니다. 고맙습니다. 성우 솔직히 올라올 줄 몰랐는데 이렇게 올라오게 돼서 성우가 많이 발전했구나 이런 생각이 들고 조가 워낙 힘들었다 보니까 유진이 형보다는 잘하긴 하지만 그래도 성우가 더 나은 것 같아요. 잘하는 선수지만 충분히 이길 수 있다고 생각을 하고 왔습니다.
태양이도 잘하지만 그냥 똑같은 테란이죠 뭐. 네, 최근에 성조도 이겼었고 오늘 신영 형도 이겼기 때문에 그냥 준비만 잘한다면은 그냥 재밌는 게임 할 수 있을 것 같아요.
작년 IM인가요? IM 때 12강에서 그 령우랑 했던 오전제를 되게 감명 깊게 봤거든요. 그때 저그전 스페셜리스트다 이런 생각을 많이 갖고 있어요. 그때 령우도 이기고 세랄도 되게 세랄한테도 3대2로 아깝게 진 걸로 기억을 해서 그때 진짜 되게 성우가 저그전 진짜 잘하는구나 이 생각을 많이 했던 것 같아요.
태양이가 월챔 우승했을 때 준우승은 자주 했었는데 우승을 못하다가 그렇게 딱 우승하고 트로피 드는 모습 보니까 좀 뭔가 새롭더라고요.
그 슈퍼 토너먼트 때 대엽이 형이랑 했는데 무조건 이기는 경기였거든요. 진짜로 이건 질 수가 없어요. 누가 봐도 전투가 막 인구수 한 3, 40 차이 나는데 근데 그걸 지는 거 보고 성우 저건 좀 아니지, 이건 좀 아쉽구나 이 생각 좀 했던 것 같아요.
요즘에는 모르겠는데 예전에 프로리그 했을 때 유진이 형한테 뭔가 맥없이 지는 모습 봤을 때 약간 그때 말고는 딱히 없는 것 같네요. 태양아, 예전 캐스파컵 4강 때 혹시 기억나니? 그때 기억 다시 떠오르게 해줄게.
성우야, 너가 정말 잘하는 토스여서 솔직히 좀 무섭긴 한데 그래도 내가 여태까지 너한테 상성이 좀 이기는 상성이었으니까 이번에도 꼭 너를 이겨서 4강을 가고 싶구나.
Okay, we're back, and we're about to start this best of 5.
That was the weirdest interview.
Oh, I know, when he's talking about sleeping on the floor.
Like, what's your motivation to get in the round of 8? Well, I slept on the floor, and you slept in a nice warm
I'm
bed.
feeling dehydrated that I slept on the floor. And
the heat came in my body, and we're like...
I'm like, what? Okay, anyways, Trap versus TY here. Look, I think TY is supposed to win this, but clearly,
Yeah.
I think if TY is being honest in his interview, and he usually is, he seems to be a bit concerned about Trap.
Yeah, about Protoss particularly, too. It seems like every Terran just like throws in that, oh, he's Protoss, but I'm gonna win, you know?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Gotta throw that jab in there.
A little bit of that. Well, let's see how these guys planned. I imagine that this series, even though it's the same matchup as the one we just casted, it should look pretty different.
I agree. I think both players are very different. TY is like a more macro-oriented Maru, and Trap is like a more aggressive Deer, I would say. So
yeah, I think you put it pretty well there.
Should be interesting at least. It could go either way still. I think this would be really big for Trap to get through TY. Like, that would be huge for him. Getting into the round of 4, playing against another Terran Maru, like that's really good for him. Whereas TY, not as, you know, he's more of a veteran, getting to the finals of GSLs, coming second to Maru in one of the GSLs most recently. Even in a series where some people would have said TY should have won.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so.
Well, let's see what Trap's got in store for us here. You know, he does have a lot of great players to try to prepare with.
Yeah, it's possible that Trap and Maru practiced, you know?
Yeah, and we may see whatever kind of weird reactions Trap is having in this game maybe actually were conditioned from the way that their practice was going,
right,
and what Maru was trying to do in his games. Once again, we're going to start this off on Fort Alexander.
Get your boats ready?
The boat's ready. Get your oars out, start rowing.
I actually saw a Reddit thread about how someone didn't understand why, like, the boat meme.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, what?
That's pretty sad, actually.
And then in the comments, he's like, yeah, I understand a port's like where boats go. And then we're like, well,
that's the whole joke.
Yeah, well, like,
this is like a low-level joke, okay? This is like on joke difficulty. This is like a 1 out of 10.
You're playing like 40 chess or something. He doesn't get it.
Yeah. Okay, game 1's ready. Trap versus TY. Let's go.
GSL 시즌 리제너레이션 게임이 시작됩니다.
Oh, hello.
포트 알렉산더.
That's a
게임
proxy
준비
reaction, most
완료.
likely.
전진 병력이 감지되었습니다.
I say most likely because, okay, now it's even more most likely. Like,
Well, now, how funny is this?
it's like a double scout or something. Yeah. It's actually super interesting to see TY do it when Maru didn't.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you had covered up the names and showed me this game from today, I'd say, oh, okay, so Maru is going to try to proxy like he used to. But instead, it's actually TY. TY is somebody that we don't normally, at least for me personally, and I've casted a lot of his games, I don't normally think of him as a guy who does stuff like this.
I mean, I'm excited for it, though, because if he isn't normally this type of person, like, it's pretty cool when you do break out these kind of things. Because Trap also knows that, right?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
Trap also is not expecting it, though he is scouting, so he will see this pretty early on.
Well, even we were saying this before the game started that TY is a more conservative Maru.
Usually, yeah.
Now, when the probe comes in here and scouts, immediately this is suspect. Ooh,
Oh, that's a nice drawing.
That's a good drawing.
Well,
Now, keep in mind that in 2018 we had a whole variety of different faked proxies.
yeah.
And there were moments where players would put the barracks nearby the main and then floated back in. So that was one of the reasons why the proxies were so strong. Is
Oh my god, it's Marine, too.
is that
Does he think he's playing TVZ? That's my other question.
when he gets there and finds out TY doesn't have a hatchery and is very disappointed.
This is so weird.
So the Nexus is coming down. He knows there's a threat of some type of attack, and this is not the most ordinary way to play proxy against this race, but he's going to bunker push it, and there is a Zealot on the way.
Yeah, we'll probably just see a factory at home. This is just weird, though. I mean, it's gonna work, most likely. Well, actually, I shouldn't say most likely. He is doing what he's trying to do, though. Like, this bunker gets up and he cancels this. This is very good for him.
Protoss is going to be supply blocked here when this pylon goes down, which is annoying, especially when...
He's probably gonna just cancel it, right? Like, I think you can't really hold it anymore unless TY goes crazy up this ramp. Like, the bunker finishes. He's got 2 SCVs to repair it. There's no pylon down here, no shield batteries, anything like that. There should be a cancel.
I mean, I would have to imagine, right? The Nexus is so close to finishing.
Unless he pulls all his probes, it's a cancel, right?
I mean, sometimes you're just trying to buy time.
It's a shield battery in the main. It's also quite interesting. There it is.
Okay. From here, it's a factory. There's a command center as well.
Yep, he's bringing his barracks at home already.
And he actually sent both barracks back home. I know that normally when we see this building in Zerg, one of the barracks goes into the Zerg's main to try to scout and see what the play is. Like, are you going right into Ravagers or what?
Or like
and then you try to counter that.
Yeah, if Zerg is like way more limited on one base, you're just like, what do I even do? Like, all my options suck. So, and then the Terran floats in and sees it, and you're like, well, not only is my option bad, but he also scouted my bad option. You know?
Yes.
Like,
he knows what I'm doing. And so behind this, what the Terran does is the Terran ditches the contain so that you have more units to actually help defend back at home. And you're trying to really, really quickly switch into a macro game.
yeah, TY should build a bunker, just to be safe.
Yeah, and from here, it seems like Trap is trying to navigate this one into getting an expansion later and then recovering with some harass. Now, TY has not confirmed the additional
There's the bunker.
Nexus,
That's
but you
really
have to
annoying.
expect it.
Well, you can, but it's also like he could just be like throwing down 4 gates and just going for it, you know?
Absolutely.
In general, I think you would assume it, but you know, he still has to play it safe. So he's building a bunker. He's not going to land a CC immediately. This game is relatively even considering TY got what he wanted. Like,
Yeah, I think the bigger thing is that TY is at least playing the game that he wanted to play here, where Trap, whatever macro game he had planned here, he's not going to be ready for. Okay, man, these Widow Mines are leaving right now, and they're going to spot the Warp Prism.
oh god.
Oh, this is awkward.
Yeah, this is bad for TY. He can pick these up.
Oh.
Wow, look at that. Absolutely beautiful. He can do
he's
it.
so
He can do
good.
it more. Yeah, he can get all of these Widow Mines. That's so sick.
Making it look easy, too.
Oh, what? He could have picked that one up. That was ridiculous.
I'll forgive him.
I will not.
I'm not like, it's not like we're judging diving here. No, that is unfortunate. He lost a medevac. He lost 3 Widow Mines.
Yep.
And actually, in just this really quick little engage here, like, that's not enough, man. I mean, losing those 3, he's on 1 base still. There's Blink coming up here. I think Trap could segue this into a pretty good Blink build. He can also get DTs pretty quickly here.
Yeah, DTs are going to be really interesting. I don't think he's ready for that. There's no tech lab on the starport. Oh my god, DT's already out. Does he
so
know?
how much energy does he have? 43?
Oh, he knows. He's freaking out. He's freaking out.
Oh!
He's actually blocked this.
Okay, he needs to split him up.
Yeah, he's splitting them up. Even killing these Marines are so good because you can just warp in Stalkers and come back. Like, there's no tank anymore, right?
Yeah, there's none.
Oh no, this is so bad.
Okay, so he gets the first DT. There's another one that's making, keep in mind he's actually parked on top of the depot here.
Yeah, so he can bring more TTs in, that's why.
Yeah, he wants to have a slow drip of DTs coming in.
This is going to be really scary. The question is Trap going to capitalize on this and go for like a Stalker attack or something? Like, there's so few units here. It's just Marines. No stim, no like.
Oh, the Raven's
Marauders.
almost out.
Yeah, he will clear this out, but at what cost, really?
It's interesting to see the rise in popular DT builds early game and late game, especially exhibited here today. But just in general, like.
Oh, he gets it out. Yeah. TY's 28 workers to 42.
Wow.
Trap is so far ahead now. I would love to just see him throw down a Robobank and go Colossi now.
By the way, this is a Trap showing why he's really good at thinking on his feet.
Yeah. Oh.
You know, I
Game paused.
okay.
Ooh.
Usually we'll have players. Deer was actually an example of this. Not today certainly, but an older Deer was. He'd come in with a certain way of playing and kind of just try to use that over and over and over again.
Yeah, well, I mean, we even saw that today, right? We just like the Phoenix
Actually,
build
yeah,
worked
that's
once.
true. What
He's
am I
like, you know
saying?
what? Phoenixes. You know what? Phoenixes.
I've
Like,
got a plan here. I'm going to stick to my guns.
It's funny you call him out and you're like, no, you didn't really do it today, but he actually did.
He did. He did. You're right.
Deer totally deered that game up. or that series up.
So I don't know what's going on here for TY. I'll see if production can notify us. I think we just sent one of our refs down to talk to him and see what the issue is, because that was a pause after a series of failed engagements.
Yeah. Yeah, those
And
are the
then-
worst kind of pauses because you're not sure if, like, maybe his monitor was out or something for, like, 2 minutes, you know? Like,
Yeah, or, you know, the
could have been weird stuff going on.
mouse wasn't working, and
We'll have to see what happens.
we'll let you guys know if we get notified. This is one of these things where it has to be channeled into production. Then,
It's like TY just gets up. He's like, I have to go to the bathroom.
so I think we got some time to kill here.
Wow.
And I don't know what the problem is yet, but if I find
Yeah.
out, I'll let you guys
It's
know.
okay, now we get to just chill.
Yeah, we do, bro. How's it going, man?
It's going good.
Yeah?
I'm happy. I'm
This is
enjoying these
fun.
games. Yeah.
Yeah, these games have been really good. It is kind of exciting to see that already, even though TY's strategy, the initial strategy actually worked where he got the bunker rush on the Nexus,
Yeah.
Trap is still able to basically recuperate and actually get a lead now.
Yeah, Trap played that beautifully.
Yeah. So we're still getting the information on what the issue is exactly, but apparently, from what I've been informed so far, it's not. It's not like a
simple.
normal.
Yeah.
It's not the early days. In the early GSL days, it was always they accidentally muted their own sound.
They're like, which one unmutes
Yeah,
the sound?
yeah. And they didn't realize that they did it. They thought the sound went out.
Oh.
So yeah. Okay, thank you. So I've been informed. So TY is saying that his monitor switched to the Windows screen.
Yeah, so he got all tabbed, I guess.
He
without
got
doing
tabbed
it,
out, maybe
which
more
is
than
very
once.
bad, by the way.
Oh yeah.
You can't control anything.
No,
if you're
that's
all
when I
tabbed.
explode if I get tabbed out of my game. So I don't know what we do with that because, and this is where this is obviously out of our hands, but we have
It's
to
hard
have.
to roll it back too because DTs aren't something like, oh yeah, let's just roll it back
Yeah.
like 20 seconds. Like
Yeah,
DTs
exactly.
are just like,
and
okay.
you just stop all the DTs, and Trap's like, well, okay. I guess life isn't fair.
Yeah. That's really unfortunate.
So this will probably be one of the more challenging decisions here.
Yeah, this is a very challenging decision if you're a ref. I don't know what I would do.
Yeah. It's, yeah, man, that's a tough one. I don't know. We don't
I don't know
normally have
either.
this here either.
Yeah, I think the only thing you can. This is hard.
It's a tough
man.
one, man. I don't know.
Yeah, because it's not even his fault either.
Yeah, man.
Damn. Well. Yeah. What can we
Okay,
do?
not my circus, not my monkeys,
Yeah,
man.
I'm excited to see what
Someone
the
else
ref
had to figure
decides.
this one out. But usually they're pretty good about doing this,
Yeah.
doing this right too. So, yeah, man, you're back
got some
casting.
time,
How many
yeah.
times have I casted with you now?
I feel like only twice or 3 times. Pasha?
Pasha, where are you?
Like Pasha biceps?
I'm over here. It's not really. That was me.
That was you. Got him.
So, yeah, what is our second time, third time casting?
Yeah,
At least for
couple times.
StarCraft 2, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we might
Yeah,
have
this
casted
this
a bit more.
cast is going well.
I
I'm
think
digging
so
it.
too.
Yeah. I'm
I
happy with this
actually
cast.
like No Regrets commentary.
No Raggarts is pretty good.
So I heard that you're going on the Pylon show.
No, I'm dodging on that one, man. Someone made a sign, and I kind of looked at it, and then I felt all the social pressure, and I went, okay, I'll do it. And then I thought, oh, I have to wake up at like 8 in the morning to do that.
Yeah, it's pretty
Snap
early.
dodge. Come at me, Reddit.
Yeah, Reddit threads starting
Yeah,
already.
wow. Sorry to let
Damn.
you down. No, man, Artosis.
it's pretty early.
I think it's a good time for Artosis and in control, though, because it's a good time for Jeff. It's evening there. Good time for Artosis. He wakes up
Early.
super early, brings his kids to school.
Right.
And here, you want to see my impression of me waking up? You want to see me?
yeah,
you wanna see-
yeah, sure.
So I
Let's
go,
go for it.
go, oh, what time is it? And I look at my phone.
It's like 3.
Yeah, it's like 1 p.m. and I go, oh, it's 1 p.m.
Better
I-
sleep for another 2
Oh,
hours.
it's fine. I can set. Yeah, I'll go to bed for another hour or two. I'm a creature of the night.
Yeah, I feel that.
Okay.
That's what a lot of gamers are.
I'm a vampire. I could sleep in a coffin. Yeah, I mean, most of the people that are watching this could understand too.
Yeah,
If you
these-
watch
all these
GSL,
people are up at like 1
I'm
a.m.
one of
right
those
now.
people. Okay.
You guys are all in trouble.
I'm walking around my apartment in the dark with monitors on, okay, and my cat's walking around. I'm not somebody who wakes up early and milks the cows. Okay. As a quick reminder, look at this excellent
some
job by
information on
production.
the screen here.
So if you want to come to our finals, you need to buy a ticket, and you need to do it at this link down here. The tickets are $5. If that's really a problem, you should get a job. $5 is really cheap. And in case you're wondering why are we doing these tickets? Before you could just show up and get a seat. Well, the problem was you had to show up so early. You had to show up so insanely early to get a good seat that it actually became kind of unfair for the people that were coming to the show to see it live, because they'd show up sometimes at 9 a.m. when the finals might start at 5 p.m. What time does it start here?
5 p.m.
5 p.m. here.
I remember I actually went to one of the first GSL finals when I was in Korea, and I couldn't get in at all.
Yeah, no, this happened. So what we're doing now is we're making it super cheap tickets. When you get it online, you then come down, you can pick it up here. And that way you can just show up at a normal time and do other things with your day before coming to the finals.
It's definitely worth $5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So definitely do that. And spread the word on that one, too.
Yeah, spread it.
People ask me that all the time. How do they get in? But that's the answer right there. It's also a big deal because we do have people that fly out here and they do get locked out of the studio.
Yeah, it's just a little bit unreasonable to be there like 6 hours early.
Feels bad, man. That's the.
Oh yeah, he's not
happy.
Hey, this is such a hard decision, man. I don't think there's any right decision.
So we have esports management and the referee and production are discussing this issue now. Tension is high here.
It's a really
whatever
hard
the
choice.
decision's made is, do we just resume the game or do we
what we
scoot it back? One of these two players is not going to be happy about it.
Yeah, we need a jury. Like, there's actually just no way we can make everyone happy in this situation, honestly.
Yeah, this is going to be a tricky one. We rarely ever have these snafus here at the studio here at Africa TV.
Yeah, if not so much happened, like during that time, that's what really kills this, right? If it was just like 2 minutes and he's like, well, nothing really happened, it's fine. Like you can roll it back or whatever.
I guess another challenge here is how far do you roll it back?
Well, if you roll it back too far, the game has to be redone. You know what I mean? It actually has to be redone.
Yeah.
You can't roll it back enough that the DTs are actually reacted to, obviously. So
yeah, I mean, the moment that the
game would
DTs
have
come
to
in,
be redone then, and that would be really unfair to Trap.
There's also incomplete information here as well for us. Like, I don't know when the tabbing out happened.
Yeah,
I believe TY that it happened.
We can actually check in the replay, like when he stops moving and stuff like that.
Oh, that's a good point, actually. Yeah.
But it's so unfair to Trap if we regame, because Trap is in such a good spot right now, too. It's not even enough to be like, this is a
and when
regame.
you consider the fact that the initial strategy worked for TY, so we might be killing time. We might even go to a commercial break. I don't know.
Yeah, we're just chilling.
We're just hanging out.
I don't blame. This is like really hard.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of the last time we had a tricky situation like this on our hands here at the studio before, because, I mean, we're working off of the same equipment over and over, so that's almost foolproof.
Right.
It's actually a lot harder for these bigger international events where they have to port in PCs and
like 30 people are playing at once. We only have 4 PCs here, right? So.
Yeah. Well, I think we have actually 8 total. We have a backup one for each.
Right, but my point is there's only
starts to get
4
weird.
active computers right now.
Right.
Instead of like 32 or whatever, if it's around a 32 and all of them are playing.
Yeah.
Like 32 PCs, one of them is going to have a problem.
So what do you guys think of No Regrets hair? We decided to comb it up here and makeup.
We can't read what you guys think, but I'm sure you're all being really nice.
You're looking like a Belmont today. I think you're looking good.
It's like a wave.
Before then, you kind of had the Shaggy from Scooby-Doo hair. It was kind of more
That's what every
pointed down like
20-year-old
that.
has, though.
Yeah,
Before
there's a lot. Yeah.
Before you find like a nice hairdo that you're like, oh, this is good.
Yeah.
Then you take a picture of that and you give it to the barber.
Yeah.
Like,
Make me look like this guy.
I'm going to take a picture of Tasteless and tell the barber, I want this beard like that, Want my hair like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say make me look cool. Make me look hip and with it.
That can backfire sometimes, though.
Yeah. They give me a haircut that's
just
too
like
hip, and I'm like,
give
oh,
you
no.
like a mohawk or something. Like, you look cool.
I used to have a mohawk.
I'm
long time
not
ago.
surprised.
I was a rock and roller, no regret.
I'm not surprised.
I was a bad boy. Yeah.
You give me that vibe now. Even.
Here I am. Yeah. You can still feel it. Still feel a little bit of that presence. So, guys, I don't know, man. We're going to be hanging out here for a little while. Just hoping. Are they still back over there?
Yeah, they are.
Like
this is so hard.
There's
guys.
more people deliberating.
Like the CEO of Blizzard comes down, like, okay, we need to get this sorted out,
Well, I mean, it will eventually have to be sorted. And this happens, whether it's an esports event or anywhere else, man. Sometimes a tough decision has to be made.
It's like you're playing tennis and your racket just like falls apart.
It's like you're playing tennis and you get tabbed into Windows, is what it's like.
That would be bad. Yeah, I think that's how tennis works. I've never seen a traditional sport, as they call it. a T-sport.
You know, it's really funny, too, because sometimes when people talk about esports and they'll talk about, like, I don't know what's going on in the game. Most traditional sports, I don't know what's going on either.
Yeah.
All these different rules.
It's weird, yeah.
Now, I think a lot of traditional sports are actually about as obscure in some ways as they are to esports, really.
The best part is like the traditional sports, people are getting mad and stuff, and you're like, I don't know why they're getting mad. Like,
Yeah, I don't.
people are clearly like agitated. Like, you just don't know what's going on.
Yeah, man. So how's your year been?
It's been good. It's been,
No raggarts.
been very good. You know, running the team house and stuff.
That's right.
We've got a Brood War player at our house, which is cool. We've
Yeah.
got Koss and Braddock at our house. They're like veterans.
Braddock, man.
Braddock,
That's an old name.
Veteran.
Very good player.
Very nice guy.
Yeah. In case you're wondering, thank you again, by the way, for coming down here and subbing. Artosis is holding it down with Cadenzi at the KSL qualifiers. So this is sort of like we split up, Artosis and me. He's over there holding down KSL.
We split up, yeah.
Yeah, we split up. It's an open caster relationship.
Yeah.
So
I'm okay with that.
here I am with you, and then
Hopefully
we
Artosis
occasionally have
doesn't
these
get
days of
jealous.
overlap out here. There's just been so much StarCraft stuff going on nowadays. It's really fun. It's really exciting.
Yeah.
But yeah, occasionally we end up with stuff overlapping with the different studios out here trying to book different days. And
I'm actually amazed we don't have more overlapping.
well, Blizzard's been pretty helpful with that, with trying to get stuff as streamlined as much as humanly possible.
Yeah, like back in the day, you'd have GSL and Pro League and everything just going over top of everything.
There was a day when Dan and I were doing, or Tosis and I were doing a GSL finals while there was an IEM finals and a DreamHack finals. So it's like there were 3 world champions and nothing meant anything. So having things diced up a little bit more makes it a lot better.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. I'm sorry I'm breaking the fourth wall here. I've also noticed I do this thing, like I'm some kind of Secret Service agent when I'm hearing it. So I've been notified what's going on, and I'm sorry that I'm just stopping and listening. I want to make sure I hear exactly what they're saying. They're going to resume the game with referees now standing behind both players.
Yeah. I think that's reasonable.
I think that's probably
Like there's no way you could win. Like
well, it's a difficult decision to see when do we bump it back. If you look at it, it wasn't like TY was prepared for the DTs.
Yep.
So I don't know if the tab out was the biggest thing.
Yeah, it wasn't.
We are getting the players to confirm it. Okay, we're back inside the game. And here we go.
Yeah. Well, this isn't an over game, by the way. Like, it's a bad situation, but TY can play this passively and still come back. Like, he's not getting broken anytime soon. At least he shouldn't be. Double Forge is on the way. Clearly, Trap does not want to break him either. We're setting up for a mid to late game with Trap being ahead. Oh, that's quite annoying.
Nice blink in, snipes down the Viking.
Gonna get the Observer.
We have this recall.
That actually did not do anything.
Yeah. Well, I think both players can feel a little bit thrown off here, right?
Yeah. Looks like TY is a little tilted, but kind of, what can you do? Yeah, he looks like he's not happy.
Well, he's going to push out now.
This is extremely risky, but we'll see what happens.
I think this is actually a pretty smart move, though. And I think TY, maybe not thrilled with his position right now. This game might be trying to end this right away. I don't see SCVs pulled, however. Meanwhile, a drop over here. This Archon doing so much damage to these SCVs.
Yeah, this is one of the reasons why it is risky. We knew there was a Warp Prism out earlier. Almost maybe leaving the Raven at home would have been better, because then he could have disabled it. Oh, no! Hello!
Oh!
Okay, that was really bad.
GG. Trap wins.
Yeah, I mean,
All right.
I think TY was trying to make the best of a bad situation. Trap won.
I feel
that,
like
by
both
the
these guys look so salty right now.
way. They are
It's
both
like-
salty, yeah.
This is, tension is very high here. Keep in mind that they have to deliberate with both players. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
things are already getting a little frosty here in the studio. Now we're going to go to game 2. So Trap takes game 1. We still have a long road ahead before we declare.
Yeah, this is a best of 5.
Yeah, before we declare who advances here to the round of 4. But, this is tough. TY wants to get to that finals again. Trap is trying to move to the next level in his career.
Yeah, he needs to get back to former glory even, He was
Yeah.
once a champion, multiple title champion, abroad and locally. Oh man. Well, I imagine this next game will be a lot more fluid, you could say. You know.
I could say that,
Fluid,
I suppose.
Yeah.
Look, let's see what actually what players choose to do. TY, remember guys, he did open that up with a proxy Rax.
So when you double down, you build 3 Raxes.
That's right, man. And then next game 4 Raxes.
Yeah.
And then next game 5 and you leave immediately because that doesn't make any sense. Let's see what we got on King's Cove.
Yeah, King's Cove, a pretty good Protossy map.
Who's going to get all the seashells at that cove?
That's a good question. I have no idea.
Might be Pirate's treasure down there too. Game 2 is loading up right now. Trap with a 1-0 lead versus TY.
마틴듀 GSL 세즈먼 리제너레이션 게임이 시작됩니다. 킹스 코브 게임 준비 완료. 진에어 그린윙스 트랙. 스플라이스 TY.
Lots of TY fans. Still looks a little tilted. He needs to get his mind in the right place now.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because I'm really not used to seeing him like this, but
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of pressure on here
Yeah,
on him
there
today.
is. But like,
I think he tried a risky strategy that actually worked, which he doesn't normally go for. That, you know, the proxy Rax against Protoss, and then it worked in the sense that it stopped the Nexus, and then Trap immediately into its comeback strategy, and you know, then this tab out thing happens.
yeah, it was brilliantly played by Trap, honestly. Like I said, he's more okay with being aggressive, right? Like I said, that was one of his traits as a Protoss player, and that was, you know, perfect execution of some aggression that did a lot of damage. Well, yeah, the Reaper might get that.
So we've got a Nexus coming down here. We're going to wait for the Cybernetics core to finish up. Will we see a Stargate? Will we see a Robo or something even weirder?
Yeah, he's trying to find the probe. It's so annoying because if you don't find the probe will go back in when the Reaper leaves, and it'll mess with the CC.
Yeah, it's really annoying. It's actually so important to try to make sure there isn't, especially in the early game, any stray workers on the map.
Yeah.
Because that can totally change the option sets you have.
And he's still looking. He's still looking for it. So we do see Stargate. I'm actually interested if this is like, you know, what Deer did. You know, Phoenix.
Oh, the same kind of play, banking the Phoenixes.
Yeah.
Maybe sending one hallucinated one out.
And we don't see a sentry like we saw the other game.
I don't
though.
feel like it is going to be. I think that was a very specific style that Deer had kind of honed out.
What if Trap was just watching? You know, like he's like, you know what, that looks good. I'm gonna do that too. It looks like it might be Oracle actually, because there is no sentry, so that would make the most sense to me. Unless he uses the Adepts to scout. He's going Phoenix actually.
Let's see if he rallies him over there.
You need the proper vision. Without a sentry,
he's banking it.
Yeah, he needs to use the Adepts, I guess. This would be a really sick Reaper if it scouts that. That's a sneaky mine. We're behind the starport there.
Yeah, it's really funny how when people started to figure that out, that because the game is 3D, you can put a mine and throw it just kind of at the top of a building and it doesn't really just show up. No way.
He got in. Oh, he sees the Phoenixes.
Oh my God.
This is so good for him because now he can plan his drops accordingly. Like he has full vision that it is Phoenix. He may not decide to drop at all.
This is actually just really bad overall here for Trap. That's not supposed to ever happen. You're supposed to have all the units there to stop that scout from getting in.
Yeah, he had the two there, just did not have them both fire at the same time.
So You're going to send the Phoenixes out now because there's no point in trying to stock them
yeah.
up and bring them out later on.
Oh yeah, he was building a Liberator and he canceled it. I was like, it's interesting that he didn't cancel it, but he did. Obviously, a Liberator won't do anything when there's Phoenixes on the map. Oh my god. There is a mine behind that. Don't forget, behind that starport. Here he goes. Oh my god.
Oh my
he's
god,
so
it's
close.
barely. Okay, here we go.
Does pick it up. That wasn't that bad though. Might get one Phoenix. Nope. Really good control by Trap.
So that was about as good as you could ask for from Trap. I mean, he had an excellent game.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, he's even with the Phoenixes being spotted, the fact that he came in there, got the kills, did not lose any Phoenixes.
Yeah, and you know another big thing is there's no aggression being done to Trap. Because if you move out with units, medevacs get picked off really easily. It's really hard to actually do damage when there's Phoenixes. Like even now, he's getting harassed so much, he hasn't even moved out.
I like him doing these little dives over here on top of the medevac. Taking out that medevac is going to really curb any progress here from Terran. And, you know, there's actually so few infantry here. I'm getting worried. Phoenix numbers are not slowing down.
Yeah, he's building a lot of production now, so he doesn't really have many units right now.
Okay, takes out the SCV, and that should kill off the medevac. Nicely done. And he's going to orbit back around over here.
Yeah, he could actually pick this tank if he wanted to. So looking back at Trap's base, because clearly TY is on the back foot, he's taking his third, he's getting his Colossi, he's getting Forge, he's getting Twilight. Like, he's playing so freely and being able to do whatever he wants right now.
Seems to me there's going to be one Colossus out before Stim's done.
Yes. Before any push comes, he will have at least one Colossus.
And that means he'll probably have a second one by the time the push actually does come.
Right.
These Phoenixes are keeping TY in a very defensive position here.
Ooh. TY's really good at hiding these. I honestly think TY is almost forced to play passively now. Because if he pushes out against a bunch of Colossi and Phoenix, you're not going to have a good time.
So the Widowmine play is what TY is going to try to go for here. Now this isn't anything crazy. He's going to try to get out across the map.
Right.
But, you know, this drop, if he loses it and he loses the mines in it and he doesn't kill a ton of workers or a ton of important units, it's still a problem.
He did actually sneak it out, though. Like, clearly these Phoenixes would be chasing it if he knew, right?
Right.
So
by the way, getting that down to 4 Phoenixes.
Yeah. Okay, here comes. This could do a lot. Oh, nice pylon by Trap. This is so smart. This is actually just to scout medevacs.
Yeah, it's a really good spotter pylon.
If it still goes off, maybe? Oh my god, he's not paying attention. Oh no. Oh my god. That just did more damage than every deer. Maru Widowmine and Maru versus deer.
Yeah.
Like,
he just lost 14 workers.
that's insane.
And really gracefully done here by TY. He just slips out, comes in there really quickly to do a little bit of harass.
Yeah, it will get cleaned up, but totally worth it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's mission accomplished right there.
Oh.
And another drop coming over here. This is going to keep Trap even further on the defense. And if he could drop on top of the Colossus, that would be insane.
Yeah.
This would be so sick.
That would be enough to clear it up. Ooh, yeah, this is really good for Trap, though. He'll be able to defend this very comfortably. And now the Phoenix is
I thought the Marine was actually on the low ground behind the mineral. I'm like, what? You can go back there? I don't think you can drop anything back there.
It's surprisingly, I'm surprised how well TY was able to come back, because he was pretty far behind earlier. You know, before the mine drop, he was pretty much had nothing going for him.
Right.
But now he's looking pretty good. He's actually ahead in work supply, almost ahead in workers. With mules, he's ahead in income.
Thermal Lance is done here on the Colossi.
Is that a Templar drop? What is that? Or Zealots? I guess he doesn't have a Templar yet.
I think it's just Zealots, man.
Yeah, not as scary.
So the 4th base is being taken here at the bottom center.
He's getting Warp Prism speed. That's quite annoying.
That's pretty interesting. I guess Warp Prism speed is helpful at this phase of the game because you can actually more likely get that into the main.
Yeah.
You know, the mains on for both sides here, it's much harder to actually drop into. You're basically going over the 3rd or the 2nd. And so maybe just getting that speed and coming in there and really forcing Terran in this case to go all the way back home.
You can actually run away from Vikings too with Warp Prism
very
speed.
true. So the cannon's done. The Nexus is on the way.
Is that? Please tell me that's not what he's planning to push with. Okay, no, there's another half. I was gonna say that would be the weirdest push ever.
He's got an observer right-clicked on this army, so he knows exactly when he's going to be moving out.
Sick? Oh my god. It'd be so sick if he just focused these engineering base down.
Oh yeah, that's actually a good point.
It would be so sick. He's not going to. It is quite a... Oh, he's going to lose it before that warp in finishes. Nice.
Yeah, it looks like his gateways, the cooldowns were staggered, so he wasn't able to get the full warp in there. Now, I think that pulled Terran back home, not bad. And he didn't like overmake too many zealots. There is a 4th base here for Trap. Going into Disruptors is pretty cool.
Yeah, he sees a ton of Vikings. Oh, this is going to be so annoying. How many workers is he going to get?
It's so far actually a pretty decent amount, to be honest with you.
13. Disruptors are going to be really annoying because he's investing so much money into Vikings now. Look how many Vikings there are. Oh no.
He's YOLOing this.
This is so bad. Pulling the boys into Disruptors is like one of the worst feelings ever. Because they actually just do nothing to help you there.
All right, I'm turning my chair around here. Watching TY.
Oh, he sees the Disruptors. Is this where you just go back home? Like,
go back and mine more?
Yeah. Okay, he's going for it. So far, nothing really gone down. This is going to be the sickest splits ever. Oh my god, no! Oh no, that was a huge hit.
Oh my god.
Just missing that one. One more shot. Does miss, but honestly, all the wind is out of the sails already.
He's actually doing a pretty decent job of dodging here. He's gone down to this bottom center base.
These force fields blocking him out.
Yeah.
Oh, he can't defend this anymore though. There's just so many Vikings. Look at how many Vikings are just useless here.
The Nexus is still alive. You see both sides a little bit uncertain on how much they want to commit here. There's already been 15 SCVs killed by this because they were used as part of this attack.
Yeah. This was such a smart play by Trap going into Disruptors. So he's waiting for his Liberators here. Here comes a push.
Okay, he's going to try to jump on
Disruptor
top of
ball.
this.
Whiffs. Oh, the Vikings.
Oh!
Oh, he picks them up.
That was so
my
sick.
god. Okay, this is actually really good for TY now. If he gets his base possibly, and also going into it. Oh. Losing a lot of his Liberators here. This is going to be really hard to dodge.
Hold on. Disruptor's coming out. Colossi shots. No way. Is he going to hold this?
Yeah, he's going to hold this, I think.
Oh my god. That means he might even take this game.
Oh,
I think he is going to take this game.
Yeah,
That's it, GG. Damn.
Wow.
TY is looking broken right now.
Yeah, that's a very unfortunate game from TY. I think he needs to clear his head.
Oh my god.
It's like his own nerves right now.
gonna 3-0 this?
Hopefully not. I hope not.
I can't believe it.
That was brilliantly played by Trap, though.
Yeah.
Like, I think TY needed to see that this was Disruptors sooner. He had like 15 Vikings.
And Trap basically fell for the setup here. I'm sorry, TY fell for the setup. I mean, TY realized, okay, I need to do some damage right away or this is going to work. And Trap has the counter. He's got the Disruptor.
Yeah.
There's not much you can do with infantry.
Like, imagine instead of like 4 Disruptors, it was like 3 Colossi.
Yeah.
They would just all die, and the game would be over.
Let's also talk about that moment where 4 Vikings jumped up right before the Disruptor blew him up on the ground. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, he did the best he could from a bad situation, honestly. Really nice game by Trap.
All right.
I hope, like, TY needs to clear his mind. You can clearly tell he's,
I think he's requested a break.
He's like, possible.
Yeah, he's going to take his headphones off.
This is actually perfect.
He should do this. This
100%.
is not.
Go get some air.
Yeah.
You know?
Go to the bathroom, splash some water on your face.
Yeah. Like every fight movie, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
That's basically what's happening.
We got the coach going over to him. Go get him, Rock. You gotta believe in yourself, Rock.
I hope, like, if he gets into the right state and the momentum goes back in his favor, it can mean so much for his, like, mentality, you know, going into this.
This is, frankly, I don't think I've seen TY exactly in this position before where he's really underperforming and has to take basically a mental 911 here.
Yeah.
Try to pull it back together.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen him so, like, physically distraught. Like, you can see it in his eyes, you know?
Yeah. Now, keep in mind, Trap's teammate Maru's down here.
That's scary as hell. You come back from the bathroom and you see Maru talking to Trap, and you're like,
yeah. Oh,
probably shouldn't have gone to the bathroom. Maru's
this is serious business here.
You know, you should kind of feel bad for playing that race. I'm not gonna lie. That's what he's saying right now.
I gotta say, this is really interesting to see TY in a situation like this, TY was raised on StarCraft 1. He was introduced to it, by his father. So he was an excellent StarCraft 1 player, and then switched into StarCraft 2.
At
Obviously,
like the perfect age too.
yeah,
Yeah.
at a very good age when you're young, your mind is still very pliable. And he's always seemed to be pretty composed. I've been casting TY since he was a little kid.
Yeah.
I was casting him 10, 11 years ago when I first came out here. And, yeah, I mean, he's sort of like, it's like those little kids that are raised on chess,
Right.
you know, and all they know is chess, and they're very comfortable in their matches, and they know how to think about the game and approach the game. So this is very interesting to see TY in a position like this. He looks flustered. He looks annoyed, stressed out. And I think he feels like he deserves to move on. But right now, the games don't say so.
Right.
Even the game where he was tabbed out in game 1, look, it was DT tech. It wasn't.
Yeah, realistically, it would have done a lot of damage regardless.
Yeah, it wasn't like it was simply a warp prism that flew in and it got shot down, and we go, okay, well,
That's kind of obvious.
the game wasn't open when it was in their base. Okay, well, I guess that's
Right.
yeah.
I
And
just
here
think it's
in-
a mental thing at this point, right? Like it's a mental
Right.
thing against him. He just needs to clear his mind and get ready for the next game, and hopefully he is doing that because he is way stronger than what we're seeing. Like, you know,
oh,
what I
for
mean?
sure, for sure.
So hopefully we see that strength come back. He wins a game, then that kind of pushes more mental momentum. That's a hard.
Yes.
That's hard 2 words to say back to back. Mental momentum.
I'm gonna have to teach you how to cast. I'm gonna put marbles in your mouth and make you practice.
Is that what you did?
Yeah, it's probably. Don't try that. It's probably how people die.
Yeah, that makes sense. How you're so good now. You just
Yeah, I cast with marbles in my mouth at home, and I balance a book on my head. And
don't put.
I
marbles
was
in your
once a
mouth.
rundown caster, okay, and 2 rich men made a bet that they could turn me into a gentleman caster, and here I am now.
Good bet.
Before that, I was a scullywag caster, a gutter snipe, a lowly low-tier caster.
Well, you're great now, right?
Yeah, now I'm okay.
Well, hopefully the same situation happens to me.
No, you're doing good.
The caster apprentice.
Actually, this cast is going very, very well so far.
I agree.
Yes,
If we keep
I'm
telling
happy.
them, like, they'll have to like agree with us, you know. 'Cause
That's
we're
right.
Commentators.
No, this is no, but seriously, this is going really well. I actually really wonder if TY is going to just like flounder out of the series.
I really hope not.
I really hope
Like,
not.
that's not TY's caliber, you know, to flounder out of a series like that. That's
yeah,
not what you expect of him.
yeah.
That's not what he expects of himself either. So
Well, I think these guys do put a lot of pressure on themselves. Are we going into the game right now? What is the deal?
yeah, we are. We are going
Okay.
into the game right now.
Because it's loading on my screen, but yes, we're going to the game right now. This is game 3. Let's go.
GSL 시즌 1 리제너레이션 게임이 시작됩니다. 사이버 포레스트 게임 준비 완료. 진에어 그린링스 트랙. 스플라이스 TY.
Lots of fans.
By the way, we got a fake proxy here.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Again, I think it's smart to plug this build into the best of 5 that's already unfolded. We know that in game 1, TY went for a double proxy.
Right. Yeah,
That-
this is like one of those mind games that makes so much sense.
Yeah, this is that experience still fresh in Trap's mind.
It's such a weird place. Like the main is so massive that it wouldn't be surprising to be over here.
And this looks like it wouldn't be the double racks proxy. It looks like it would be a variant where you're going
Possibly
to try
a factory or
yeah.
like kind of thing.
Now let's see if he checks the.
If he scouts
corner.
there, that would be crazy. Oh, he's gonna get it. Nice.
Oh,
what? Oh my God. Why do I feel like I watch 100 times people doing this? Like they click on the spot and like that's a scout,
Yeah,
and then they just
yeah.
pull it back immediately. Like, you thought to scout there. What happened?
So it looks like he's going to be able to chase this probe away. And from here, let's see what kind of game we're going to get. I mean, TY, so good. And it's, but
I can't. Like, he was so close.
it is funny how often we have him just barely miss that.
So far, he hasn't,
too good for
really done anything abnormal, despite thinking it's a proxy. Like, remember the first game, he actually just built the Nexus as well, you know, without scouting anything. So he's actually reacting totally fine still. It's not like he's crippled because he thinks it's a proxy on the map somewhere.
Yeah, that's
soon,
correct. He's not over defending, panicking.
He's going Robo first, which is interesting. That's a bit of a safer thing to do, usually because you want to get an observer pretty quickly.
Let's also keep in mind that with Trap having this 2-0 lead, I think it's not a bad idea at all to do a completely different build.
I agree. I think this is actually when you break out the crazy Trap and just do something insane.
It's also got to be weird because Maru is just waiting and watching, you know, and both these guys are getting reads on each other. It's going to be an awkward moment in the team house, assuming the Trap advances.
Maru's going to be really happy, I think, if Trap advances, because TY is just so scary in TVT. That's why Maru's so invested out there. Like, this is actually just good for him if Trap gets out. Not only is it good for him as a teammate, but good for him as a player in the league.
Yeah, well, it'd be a big step up for him.
Yeah.
I always felt like he was an excellent player, but just never really hitting his stride here. So we've got 2 more gateways coming down. The Warp Prism's out. We're seeing Trap begin to advance on the map here as TY sets up the beginnings of his wall in.
Yeah, this is a little bit aggressive. Pretty quick Warp Prism here.
Yeah, it seems like he wants to pick these up and go into the main.
Yeah, it's like the weirdest unit composition though. Like 1 Adept, like 1 Zealot, 1 Stalker.
It looks like the Warp gates are going to finish right as these gates. I'm sorry. The Warp gates finish right as the drop would just about start up here.
Yeah, committing to warping in is very scary though, because you're making your Warp Prism
Look at
stat
this.
story.
Look at this. It's like he's ready for this.
Yeah. Yeah, this ain't doing nothing. Just leave. Even
Okay.
a Viking here. There's only 1 Stalker. He could actually chase this down, I think.
Yeah, there's 1 Stalker. Okay, he decides to back up.
He should have just gone for it, I think.
I agree with you. I think he should have tried to, no matter what, try to kill that off.
Yeah. It is nice. He's put enough hull damage that Warp Prism probably won't be coming back anytime soon.
Some more sentries coming down now, and it seems like TY once again wants to advance on the map.
This is a scary push, by the way.
Yeah, TY is once again saying that he doesn't want to have a game where he just powers up and macros up normally. Now sorry, go ahead, please.
No, this is good because a Trap actually scouts the SCVs on the back end, so you know how committed this is already if you're Trap. 2 shield batters going up. I don't know if he's going to be able to hold this, though.
There's an Immortal almost out. We want to see where that Immortal is able to connect with. If it can get close to those tanks, that would be ideal.
These force fields are going to be big. Okay. Not bad for... Oh, that's probably why it's so important. This Viking actually needs it for vision.
Oh.
That makes more sense now, right?
You're right. Okay, so there's 2 tanks sieged up. The Immortal's not quite in range here. Warp Prism being driven away.
This is a very hard push to hold, really. There's only 2 Stalkers here. Like, this is not enough to kill the Liberator. If he gets this Nexus, the game ends, by the way. So it's so important to actually do something before this Nexus dies.
These siege tank shots doing so much damage. This Liberator's so well placed.
Oh my God, what a beautiful push.
I think he's going to get this. I think he's going to get this Nexus.
GG.
Oh, sick.
Beautiful.
Wow, look
Where's
at
the
Trap.
smile? Come on, TY. Get into the game. You got this. That was sick.
TY has the angry Terran face on. He's like, of course I was going to win that game. I hate Protoss.
Yeah, that was a good push. A really good push from Trap, or TY. I think Trap played too safe. Actually, it might have been because he thought it was a proxy factory or something. Because you kind of need a quick robo in case it's like some crazy things going on.
Yeah, I could see that.
Unless you have like 2 or 3 Immortals, it's not really great.
Also,
either.
there was some of Trap's army was out in a weird spot on the map, not able to really help slow that push down. Anytime you can force him to siege and just delay that, even by just a little bit, that's important. If you get a second Immortal out, even that's even better.
That's
you know?
really good. I like he put the Stalkers and the Depths or whatever in the position of where you would catch reinforcements too earlier. Like that was really good. He just didn't have enough units at home. And once you siege up, you can't really break it. You almost have to fight it before it sieges, and then that's the fight. If it happens, like he sieged up, Liberator gets up, the game ends.
We're going to go to a break. We come back, game number 4 here with these 2 players.
마운틴 듀 GSL 시즌 1 리제너레이션.
The sign from Canada remains.
Is that the same sign or a different sign? I don't remember it saying.
I'm going to go with it's the same one.
What if there's just a ton of Canadians out there?
That's right.
It's possible.
Out there, here Caston watching at home. So Trap knows he's one win away from taking out TY. Oddly enough, these games have actually been very short.
Yeah.
I actually thought this was going to be our super long series.
Yeah, Maru was more interested in playing the longer games.
Yeah.
It seems.
They've switched roles here. TY has actually attempted to end all 3 games fairly quickly.
Yeah. Hopefully this is some win for TY's Sail, right? Because that was a pretty dominant victory, I would say.
Yeah, well, he needs that comeback.
This
TY
should be
seems
it.
to want to avoid late game TVP, but Trap seems ready for that. All right, our game is now loading up. Guys, this is game 4, Trap versus TY. The winner of this series goes to the final 4, that last slot here in the GSL Code S.
마운틴 듀 GSL 시즌 1 리제너레이션. 게임이 시작됩니다. 하이로스 정션. 게임 준비 완료. 지네어 그린윙스. 트랙.
Ooh. Big cheer out there for Trap.
스플라이스. TY.
TY won. That's for
TY
sure.
won in the cheers.
Oh,
Once again. Oh, okay. No, hold on. He's going to go around it. He's like, let's just go over that GSL logo. That's good for branding. There we go.
it's only 1 Rax this time, so there should be a factory.
I feel like I'm watching TY try to imitate Maru
And Maru
from
tried to
season
imitate
2.
TY.
Yeah,
this
from
is getting weird.
2018 season 2. They just swapped play styles.
Yeah, this is not generally how I'd see TY play, but it's also not that surprising.
Yeah, crazier things have happened.
Now this is really weird because the last game, this Rax was just hidden, right? He knew it was hidden because there's nothing that came towards him. Although this double gas is kind of suspicious.
Yeah. You're like, I'm just going to hide my racks and double gas and also make a command center? No!
Yeah,
You can't just
have
do all those
everything,
things. Where is it? God, he doesn't even check every corner for that.
Oh, this is very all in.
Yeah.
Usually this is very all in.
So this is a strategy from Terran that's engineered to really snowball with damage. Once the concussive shell finishes, you start to hit the Protoss units. If you just kill them fast enough, it's so hard for Protoss to recover. It's so difficult.
Yeah, concussive makes it really, really annoying because you can't really retreat with concussive.
Yeah, without basically being guaranteed to lose that unit.
Yep. So we probably go with 2 Marauders, I would think. There's no shield battery on the low ground already. That's kind of a problem for...
This is actually one of the
Trap.
older proxy builds you can do with Terran as well.
And Stalker too. This is going to be really, really hard for Trap to hold. Without a shield battery, I don't see it being possible, at least not immediately, unless he pulls a ton of probes, and that's kind of what TY wants.
Everything is very fine-tuned, excuse me, from the 2 Marauders and the 2 SCVs, everything.
Yeah.
The way that you want to engage.
Here we go,
The
bunker.
bunker's coming down here. That'll force the Protoss to try to come out here and defend. Notice how he's just out of range of the ramp here. He knows there's a stalker up there.
Yep.
He's trying to fish this down onto the low ground.
Yeah, you're kind of on a clock too, because this bunker gets up. He almost has a 100% like safe place for him to be. Here comes the probes. This is how you have to deal with this. Oh, so far so good control from both players.
Yeah.
Not losing too many probes. Oh, see what happens.
There it is. There it is.
Yep.
He's got the adept. Now the SCV's coming up here to try to.
Oh, if he gets.
He got
Oh,
it.
that
There's
was really nice.
I don't think you sent another SCV with this either.
Yeah, but if he gets 1 shot on this Stalker, it dies. So, oh, there it goes. Okay, so this Stalker, unless the shield battery finishes, it's so close.
Oh,
Oh
no.
my God.
Beautifully done.
Okay,
Actually, he's going to get that probe there as well.
Yeah, and there is a factory at home, so this isn't as all in as I was actually expecting it to be. And the Rax is actually flying right now. There is no natural CC finish, though. This is still kind of all in.
There's no Marines back at home either, right? So, I mean, Oracle going over there could try to kill this off, assuming it can avoid the Widow Mine.
At Tech Labs, just scouting Tech Lab now.
That's right, spotter
It's
Tech
there
Lab.
forever. Yeah, once the mine gets out, he should be okay for the Oracle, and I think the Oracle's not going to leave just in case. We don't know 100% that TY has stopped his aggression. This is when like 30 SCVs come, and you're like, well, guess I'm dead. You know?
I guess that's the end of my story.
Yeah. So, you know, he's just playing it cautiously.
Oh, he can do a run by here.
One of these.
Was that an
gonna get
Oracle
picked
flying
up.
back? What is that? Phoenix?
That was a Phoenix.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not as scary if you get one of these. But still, getting 2 probes, pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, the Hellions aren't paying for themselves, but
Yeah.
it's something for sure.
Not quite worth, but at least you get a scout and everything. 27 workers with 29. TY not economically that far behind once he sets his CC down. We actually, okay. Do we not see any other unit being produced on the Stargate? That's kind of interesting. Yeah,
Okay.
we don't.
Here comes the Phoenixes and the Oracle. Looks like he could try to go for this Widowmine. No, the Widowmine burrows a little bit too fast. The Viking doing a lot of damage. This is really driving away a lot of opportunity here for Trap. He can't really get much done with this.
Yeah.
And TY is scrambling to try to get a second base up here.
The funny thing is, once you see that one mine, you're like, well, there's definitely one in the main somewhere, right?
Right, yeah.
So you actually don't really want to go in the main anymore.
It's actually more helpful if you don't show them anything at all
Yeah.
with mines, because they're more tempted to try to come in.
Exactly. Yeah, this game actually kind of evening out. I actually don't think either player is in a huge lead right now.
Now look at this. Oh, I'm sorry. I actually switched their starting locations for a second. I'm like, he's going to attack out here right now. That's so crazy.
Moves out with like 1 tank
Yeah.
and 6 Marines.
I just did that. So Stim is starting here.
Yeah.
I don't think Terran can do too much besides maybe try to do little drops here and there.
Which is unlikely too, because he has the Phoenixes already. I mean, I say it's unlikely, but at the same time, because it's unlikely, he might do it. Pretty quick charge on the way. No third base yet from Trap. It's going to be thrown down soon. It's kind of late, to be honest. He might be a little bit scared of the possible push, but I don't think it's going to happen. Like
Yeah, I don't think so. I think we've got a little while. I guess what we want to watch for is does TY pull the trigger at any point in time?
Right.
He's tried several times to pull SCVs and just go for it. And it seems like already Trap's pretty much aware of what the game plan is, and he just has that counter ready.
Oh. I like how he drops it so the Phoenixes can't kill it.
I know, that was pretty cool. Now we have Storm coming here as well.
That third Nexus is quite late.
Yes, it is.
I don't see any real opportunity for TY to counterattack, but at the same time, we're observers, so TY might be a little bit more confident than we are. Hopefully not, though, for his sake, because this is going to be like Storm, Charge, you know?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think we're actually going to have that push now, man.
Yeah.
Now, Storm is still a ways off. I don't know if he can get there right before. Actually, no, I think you can chrono that. Yeah, you definitely get that out.
Yeah.
If you go into, okay, and you see the Templars, and you're not assuming Archons. If you see them still there, and they haven't been morphed yet,
Yeah,
you
that's
know
Storm.
that Storm is a real threat now. Now, Stim is going to finish the moment this attack comes in. Storm not done yet. If you could get a good position and siege up and get those Widow Mines broke, maybe.
This is actually a pretty scary army considering there's no Storm. But when Storm finishes, it's just so less
so
scary.
hard.
Yeah. A little mini battle here.
Okay, the Phoenix is back up. There's going to be another drop. This is going to try to dislodge the army that Trap just need to defend and try to protect his main.
There's not very many units here, so when he does this, like, it's kind of hard to split it up because there's not like enough units on either side, really.
Yeah, to cover the Storm as well. You need like a decent army there to help out with the Storm.
No, this is so bad.
Okay, here we go.
Oh no. He's got a mine on the top of the ramp too. This is going to be so annoying to deal with.
Do we need to have a recall into the main here?
I think you kind of do, honestly.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, the Templar Archives goes down?
Yes, it does. Okay, he's going to just run up, and one of those mines was actually unbrowing. He gets a pick up on both.
Yeah, he needs to get out of here.
Oh
my God.
Oh, that was so sick. That was beautifully done. The feedback there to take out that weakened medevac. Now look at this attack over here. There's enough damage been dealt over here.
And so far, Trap is held pretty well, but he might lose a lot of probes here. Loses a couple. But now he should fly back into the main. This is really annoying positioning for the tank behind this rock. Look at this.
Okay, he's going to try to take out these Liberators here. This tank doing so much damage. You're totally right, no regret.
Oh, he's going to get the Nexus? Oh, no.
Wow. Okay, Nexus gone.
What a
Meanwhile,
beautiful
back
game,
here,
though.
the counterattack group is still there. Looks like that's going to be chased away as well. Trap trying to stabilize here. Good pickup by TY. And he's actually going to probably just regroup and attack in again, I think.
Yeah, I would almost like it if TY just chilled now, because the third base is dead, right? The only way he can really lose is if this army dies. Looks like he is going home and chilling now a little bit. Third CC on the way. There's really no reason to push your luck now because it's been going so well.
Yeah, I mean, you've done your damage. Now go back and then get more ahead. Trap is trying to rebuild here. Although, definitely TY is still out on the map.
Yeah.
I think he's almost trying to make it look like he might push, or at least try to get some kind of map control and keep Trap on the defense. Keep Trap's spotters way on the far outer limit here.
Yeah. It's much better if you fight out in the middle somewhere than at your base, because if you lose the army and he's at your base, you actually just lose the game. Like, you can never muster up enough units to actually defend.
Now, Trap has some counterattack zealots set up over here.
Ooh.
And here comes TY looking like he might want to try to do a little drop over here to the natural. By the way, Trap's now expanded to the bottom center. Not going to reclaim that upper right base.
That's kind of funny.
So he comes in here to peek. There's nothing here because, oh, and I'm sorry, he just then scans and sees that there's a base here at the bottom.
Oh, he needs to chill. This is a really bad fight for him, possibly.
Okay, both Widow Mines are taken out.
Nice storms.
Now note how he's keeping the Templars inside the War Prism. Whoa.
He recalls immediately. Is that storm?
Does he pick up and run for it? I think he does.
Yeah, but this is just doing so much, keeping him from actually pushing TY, and TY's taking his third base behind this.
Nice Widow Mines are set up over here.
Yeah, this is... Oh my god, there's another mine behind that rock,
man,
too.
Yeah. You can see that the Trap is really, really hoping to just take out this
man,
group.
even all these stalkers are dying. TY is playing a really good game right now. This is what we expect from TY, honestly.
Oh my god, and has he just got this army pushed out of position?
Yeah,
is the recall still available?
Nope.
Shouldn't be, right?
Nope, there's no recall. He just used it. Oh, he's in trouble. EMP goes off on all those Archons. Those Archons are useless now. They're actually worse than useless.
TY's going to win this.
Yep, third base goes down again.
And I think TY finally able to show that aggression he was trying to show in his other games, that it wasn't quite paying off.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think at this rate, even if this army died from TY, he'd still win this game. Economically, he's just so far ahead. And he's just everywhere right now. Now would be the time to turtle if you're TY. Realistically, there's no way you lose this if you just play it passively.
I think you're right. I think now the game is the Protoss' problem.
Yep.
You've already done the damage. Now they need to figure it out. They need to figure out what is going to work to get them back into this. He might even actually pick up and hop into the main here, too. I did not even see these probes down here.
Oh. He didn't either.
Yeah.
He just like looked over and he's like, oh
my god, there's 20 probes down here.
Yeah.
In fact, I could even see Trap tapping out.
Yeah, he's losing too many units to do anything now. He can't defend or be aggressive. Oh, yeah, that's not enough units.
Even with the Liberators pointed the wrong way.
Yeah, EMP goes off on all the Archons. He does pick up and leave half of his army.
Oh my god, it doesn't get close to the Templars. So no feedback there.
Like he just drops 2 Marauders and leaves.
He's just keeping him busy. Meanwhile, TY already has remade this whole army. I think Trap hoping that he's killed off enough of the army that was attacking him that maybe he can move out on the map and try to do some damage of his own, but I don't think it's going to work.
Ooh, this is really good for him. Yeah, that's about as good as it gets, right? Since the ghosts are dropping off. He's going to save the medevacs. This is about the greatest timing Trap has, and it's still really hard, I think, to break this.
I agree.
Like, he's not even really trying to take... Oh my god, it's so many mines. Yeah.
That's crazy.
But that War Prism has 4 Templar in it, so these are like the most amazing storms ever.
Yeah. He keeps those in the War Prism so that they can't be sniped or shot down.
Oh, he should have flown that over the army. But yeah, this is a bad position to be in. Here comes the storms. Storm drops, pretty good.
Storm drops looking
these
nice.
Mines, though, all these Archons are about 1 shot from dying.
Archon's all still present here, still doing damage. The
Wait,
storms
is he
are
actually
basically
gonna do it?
perfect.
He has like 100 more storms.
Oh my god.
All these Archons are about to die, though.
There's nowhere to hide over here. It's a
oh, the EMP! That was the most beautiful EMP.
SCV's pulled.
He just needs to hold this and he wins.
A few Archon shots, though.
Oh, one more
Killing
storm!
all the workers, all the Archons are still alive! Oh my god,
Come
he's
on.
continuing to push through!
Okay, he's got it. He's got it. That was so much closer than it should have been, though. What a beautiful defense.
That was sick.
That was so scary for a second there.
It was crazy. There were 4 Archons. They all did not have shields.
Yeah, they had nothing.
And when the SCVs were pulled, all of their splash connected on the workers and killed all of them.
Yeah, the one EMP goes off on like 7 Templar, and then there's just one stray Templar coming from the back.
And look at the workers now, 35 to 35.
What?
So with that excellent attack, Trap basically evened this out.
Yeah, if he had a 3rd Nexus, I'd agree. Oh my god.
Whoa!
That was about as worse of a fight you could have. I don't think I could have done worse myself, to be honest. But it looks like he's still got it. Yeah, we're probably going to see a tap out here.
A little bit of an overextension here now by Trap, getting maybe a little bit too ahead of himself here. Great control of these Archons, really. He might flip that Archon back out and do a little bit more damage.
Yeah, no
That's
third.
a little micro trick you can do.
There's no 3rd Nexus, though. He's
True.
going to be, you know, this is basically his last attempt.
Yeah, he's starting to really lose any.
He's losing the wind.
Yeah. Well, there's just no economically, this isn't feasible. I mean, eventually, TY should just have enough.
Yeah, he does have one more EMP. Yeah, I don't see TY losing this position anymore. It's just too much economy. Mules are really good here. He's got a lot of CCs. Oh, these storms.
GG.
Okay, GG.
Okay, we're tied up 2-2.
2-2.
The comeback is happening.
I'm so happy that he actually has come back, because it's really hard to do that when you're down 2-0.
Yeah. Crazy games, man. How exciting is this?
Yeah, it's great.
I thought TY was just going to get flushed out of this after those first 2 games.
Yeah, he looked like he was on the end of his like rope, you know.
But this is why TY is such a feared player.
It is. It really is. He's just so solid in every situation. It's down 2-0, and now it's 2-2, tied.
He is the StarCraft Pro's StarCraft Pro. Really clutching through that. Now he just needs one more win. I think Trap came in here seeming to handle TY, but with every game, TY opens up the dashboard, adjusts a few dials, goes into the next game, and he's looking a little bit better.
Yeah, this is kind of scary for Trap now. It's tied 2-2 when you were 2-0 advantage. This is a really bad position for you. Like, you've lost all your momentum.
Yeah. Suddenly, you were so close to getting your dreams. A little bit later on, reality's starting to kick in.
Yeah.
There's a reason why it's a best of 5 in round of 8.
Yeah, if this was a best of 3, it'd already be done.
That's right. We have one more game left for today and the last day of the round of 8 here in the GSL.
And it is Automaton.
Yes. Either Trap or TY will advance to the Final 4. Trap winning the first 2 games, and then TY winning the next 2, evening this up. I don't know, man. Who do you think takes it? I think TY might be able to completely recover.
I think like with this new momentum, it's really hard for him to lose this position. He's got to be feeling pretty good right now. Even though he doesn't look like it, I think he is.
Okay. What strategies is Trap going to pick too? He's played a pretty reactive game here. It's actually been TY who's been doing a lot more proxies, cheeses, fakes. I mean,
yeah, I think Trap needs to go back to dictating the game. Like when you're letting TY dictate the game, it's just so much harder. You're kind of just taking blow after blow, and you're not really doing anything for yourself. Whereas, yeah, when Trap was, dictating the game, it was so much better. Like the DTs, like that was clearly him dictating the game, right?
Right.
Absolutely demolished him that game. So hopefully he finds the strategy that he can do some damage and kind of pace out the game in his own way.
Okay, the game is now loading up. Trap versus TY.
Game number 5.
Number 5, baby. Let's do this. Trap versus TY. Our last game of the night is on.
멀티뉴 GSL 시즌은 리제너레이션. 게임이 시작됩니다. 오토메이션. 게임 준비 완료. 지네어 그린윙스. 트랙.
TY with the controversial Rax in base.
플라이스.
I know, what is he doing?
TY.
Your buildings can fly. Why would you ever make them inside your base?
Absolutely mad. Look at how Trap is so scared. Just send a probe at the very start. Just look around.
Yeah, he's looking everywhere.
That's not.
This will happen if you do a lot of proxies at the start of a series. They'll just keep scouting him.
Yeah, you kind of have to, right?
They are losing some mining timing by doing that.
It's clearly it's getting in his head too, right? Which is always a very good thing. This will be coming out to scout, see if the Nexus is being thrown down. This is when Trap should have proxied, you know?
Yeah, I thought Trap was going to do something a little bit crazier, but I guess it's got to be a weird day for him, right? I mean,
yeah,
he came out here crushing TY. TY almost looking, frankly, desperate in some of these games, and then eventually proving that he really did have the right idea in mind in Game 3 and in Game 4, where he was just showing, okay, no, I just have to get it set up correctly, and Trap is going to be trying to expand in too much of a standard fashion. I can come in there with a timing window and punish him.
Oh, this is actually a fake.
Yeah.
This is so funny.
Yeah, he's trying to get Trap to way overreact.
Like Trap has got to be like, what's going on? Like, I'd be scared.
And it's all themed from what we saw earlier on in the series.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, look at he's freaking out. He's actually freaking out.
Yeah, he's getting 2 batteries in the low ground.
And
He's
you're
got
just going
3
to cancel
probes
this
attacking
bunker.
this.
You lose 25 minerals, and he's probably going to. Yeah, you got to cancel off. You have to cancel these shield batteries. If he doesn't, that would be really bad.
Yeah, but I think he's going to wait until he's sure that there's nothing coming. He doesn't see anything yet, but that slows Protoss down already. So he lets 1 finish.
Yeah, for basically nothing. TY is really in Trap's mind right now.
Yeah, already this is looking great here for TY.
Yeah, TY is actually doing something kind of aggressive though as well. There's no CC, no second CC at least.
Right, he's going for 1 base play for now.
1 base mine drop. But the shield battery will be completely useless for that.
Yeah, the shield battery is not close to the workers at all.
So I think that the plan here is you run the 2 Hellions into the natural and you boost in a medevac into the main at the same time.
This is actually, I think we've seen, I want to say we saw Maru do this actually.
Yeah, this is kind of like a Maru
right?
thing. Yeah, this is pretty common actually. Hopefully Trap knows that there's most likely going to be a Hellion run by as well. With something this early.
Yeah, Protoss has gotten pretty good at kind of knowing all these little timing attacks, but that doesn't mean that if you know it's coming or you feel like it's coming instinct-wise that you're going to be ready for it. 3 Stalkers total here, all
just
spread out.
Boost too, so it's going to be really slow getting in. Oh my god.
Oh my god, it's alive.
Okay, so here comes the 2 Hellions. He already knows. It's really good by Trap, but there's not enough here. He's lining them up.
Stalkers do not kill Hellions very quickly.
The shield battery, it's not going to do anything though. There's too many injured at once.
The drop continues on over here.
Oh! Every worker is at the net right now. Literally every worker.
Widowmine going to try to pro forward here. Does he get the pickup? He does.
Oh, he just dropped it immediately.
Okay, it goes down.
He will hold this. I'm curious what the Hellions are doing. I guess they haven't done anything. Only 6 probes.
I'm not sure if that's enough.
I'm not sure if that's enough either.
Here's that command center being landed down there.
30 workers to 28. It's a pretty even game. But yeah, he did a really good job of not just like losing everything there. So now this game's kind of going to even out a bit more. We haven't seen much utilization of the Phoenixes yet.
Well, I think a lot of the Phoenixes were, initially just there to try to help out with holding off that attack.
Yeah.
I mean, the Phoenixes are sort of a very natural defense, even though you're not usually getting them just to try to actually defend. They naturally kind of counter the medevacs and the Widow Mines especially. Yeah,
mines look so bad when they just get picked up. They don't do anything.
Yeah. It really is like an ultimate counter to mines.
This is going to be a really interesting game to follow up because I think both players are kind of thrown off a bit on like what their plans are. TY probably less so because this is TY's build order. But even Trap, adding the Twilight and a Forge, this is a really weird spot for it, by the way. Like, imagine you get tank pushed and your Twilight and your Forge are in fire of it. It just seems a little bit weird, but okay. I guess at least if he doesn't get dropped, he's fine.
So there's that 3rd Nexus coming down here for Trap.
Yep, considerably faster than the last game.
Is this a mistake to get a third Nexus at a time like this, when it seems like TY, literally every game has shown that he wants to try to attack you while you're trying to get set up into late game?
Well, knowing what happened like early on, where he obviously wasn't getting stim or he wasn't getting tanks because he had like a certain amount of add-ons, I think it's pretty comfortable to actually take this and have it pay off for you in the mid game because you have more money to build units. He should know that he's safe, or at least for like the meantime. Yeah. Because TY has to add on his production. It can't just be there already.
And you can already see a huge explosion of gateways here from Trav.
Yeah, Trav might actually put on the aggression. It's possible here.
Yeah, that's actually very true.
Like, you can take a third and build some probes on it and then just make a million zealots and go for it. That's how like Zest likes to do it. I've seen Zest go up to 4 bases and still only be on 3 gas.
Yeah, that's where he's just trying to power his way
with
through.
With like a million zealots, yeah. We still only see 3 gases, so it's very possible this might be an aggressive build from Trap.
Or at least a build that can thwart the third base for Terran, you know? You just overwhelm that third base with the Zealots like it's bees.
It would be absolutely amazing for Trap if TY pushed with this.
Well, let's see. It would be in line with everything else we've seen from him. Trap needs to be careful not to lose too much.
Yeah, this is almost like a bait. Like, oh no, my stalkers are dying. Oh, please don't push me now.
Phoenixes!
Yeah.
Okay, Zollex is done.
Yeah, 5 gateways are finishing up too, so he can produce a ton of units soon. Yep, TY pushing back. I really like TY. TY's not overextending yet, waiting for these mines. That makes it way harder for Trap to just jump on this army.
We're still waiting to see if there's going to be any SCVs pulled. A lot of times that can signal to us that Terran is really committed with this attack.
Yeah, no third CC, so it wouldn't be that surprising. Oh, these medevacs. Boost out. Get out of there.
Okay, they're boosting over here. Looks like one goes down.
That's so many mines.
Okay, there it is. There it is.
Yeah. I was going to say, no third CC has to be doing it, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, he's got to bring the game somewhere. It's either going to be a big attack or a third base. In this case, it's going to be the big attack. Those SCVs have been pulled.
20 zealots, by the way.
Yes. Is that enough, though? So many SCVs?
I don't think it is. The
Stim
SCV
is done.
Being a proper buffer, and there's no storm or AoE.
And the rest of the army's not together here.
Oh my god. Here we go.
Okay. Oh my god.
Throws down turrets immediately. This is so smart.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so many zealots.
Protoss is going to try to loop in here from behind. Basically, TY has to make this attack work.
Oh!
Trav needs to do everything in his power to try to stop this. The tanks are on siege. Oh! Taking out the one tank inside the medevac.
This is a really bad spot for you to be in bio. You're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place here. There's still a lot of Marines, though. A lot of damage being done here to these zealots. Looks like he might just hold this, though.
I think TY is going to get chased in the main here and then basically just lose everything.
Phoenix is clearing up all the medevacs. He does get out. 21 workers and 18 workers. This is actually more even than it should be. 24 to 34.
The problem is that there's no third base here for TY.
Yes, that is the problem.
Trap is pointed this game towards the future, and TY's game is still pointed towards right now. And I don't know if there's much he can do right now.
Yeah, this is going to be TY's game to come back from now. He needs to use his multitask and drop and do other things like that. That was perfect for Trap, right? Trap really wanted him to attack. There was just so many zealots. And TY kind of mismanaging that drop, or that attack as well. I don't think he was expecting the zealots to come from that side. He had to pick up all of his tanks and unsiege them, so it was pretty bad. Ooh, that's a big drop.
Maybe with this drop, but I just...
Yeah, if you rally some Marauders to the third and go for the drop, that's like your, you know.
The thing is, both these guys know exactly where this game is right now. Trap just needs to have a clean game. He's just checking for exactly this. Beautifully done. Zones that out. Say, okay, where could I possibly be hit? Chases that out and unload here. And now a regrouping on the low ground here by TY.
Yeah, still lots of mines. There's really only Zealots still, though. Archon's not that great. Ooh, nice force fields. Does kind of bunch up his own Zealots, though. Nice mine hits. Oh, no.
Oh, my God. There's just so much. Another medevac goes down. Look at this.
Oh, that one's on unloading. Okay, that's got to be the nail in the coffin almost.
I think that's basically game.
Oh, no. He's about to GG.
Damn. Big cheers in the audience.
such an amazing achievement for Trap.
He did it. He did it. I think a lot of people were not expecting Trap to advance, but I'll tell you what, man, today he was the better player than TY.
Yeah, playing an amazing series, honestly. Some of the most impressive.
So this is his first semifinal here at the GSL.
Ever?
That's what production just told me.
Very interesting.
So, let's go ahead and go to an interview with him, see how Trap is feeling. He's done it. What a crazy twist to end today.
Amazing series, coming from a 2-0 advantage to a 2-2 to a winning the series.
Yeah, nicely done. Oh, thank you for that sign.
Stay classy, taste toast, regret.
We're going to go to an interview now and see how Trap is feeling. Take it away, Brian.
All right, it's been 6 years. It took 6 years for him to come back to the quarterfinals, but it only took 1 season to get into the semifinals. Congratulations, Trap.
정말 축하드립니다. 생애 첫
All right,
사강이에요.
it's your first semifinal run in your GSL career. How do you feel?
너무 좋아요.
I'm just too content. I'm so belated.
일단 요즘에 방송 경기에서 자주 이기니까 또
No.
더 재밌는 것
I
같고.
think the game is much more fun because I'm winning more games on broadcasted events.
오늘 경기 정말 풀세트 접전을
that was
통해서
a
이렇게 올라가게 됐습니다.
5-game series,
전태양 선수의
very
테란전 전체적인
gruesome.
소감이 궁금한데요.
How do you feel about your? Can you please comment on the PVT versus TY today?
첫 번째랑 두 번째 세트 잡고 나서
No, after I won the first 2 sets.
쉽게 이기는가 했는데
Thought it was-
태양이가
everything was gonna go
심리전을
by
너무 잘
ease.
걸더라고요. 진짜
However, TY
수밖에
played a lot of
없게
great mind games that there was nothing I can do about it.
마지막 세트에서도 그냥
So in the final set,
운영 가는 상황을 어떻게든 만들어 보자.
I was gonna just make every situation towards a more conventional macro game, which it worked out in
오늘
the end.
무엇보다 조성우 선수의 노련함도
There was a lot of
빛났던
delineation of your experience, especially when you made the disruptors.
이렇게 거신두기 보여주고
when in
상대가
King's
바이킹
Cove,
다수를 준비를 하니까
when you saw
바로
a
이렇게
lot of
분열기로
mass
경기를
Vikings to
뒤집었죠?
counter your
직접
Colossus.
준비하신 빌드예요?
Was that a predetermined plan or was that spontaneous? It was a spontaneous decision for me.
저는 또 보면서 맞춰가는 스타일이기
So
때문에
I like to play based on information that I acquire by my eyes. So
조성주 선수와 연습을
I just planned it spontaneously.
맞나요?
네, 성주랑
Did you
서로
practice
이제
a lot with Maru?
성주는 태양의 스타일로 절 도와주고
Yeah, so Maru played as according to TY
연습을
style.
많이 했어요.
And I
그래서
played
그런지 오늘
as
조성주
deer
선수도 진출,
style
조성우
during the
선수도
practice
진출.
sessions.
두 분 다 좋은
So
결과를
both of you made
만들어냈습니다. 이렇게 연습을
great
함께
results here.
집중적으로 한 것이 도움이 될까요?
Was it-
앞으로의 4강전 어떻게 예상을
How do you
하시나요?
feel about your upcoming semifinals when you have to play versus Maru, when you had to go through a lot of practice with him?
또 팀킬이니까 그냥
No,
마음
it's an
편하게
internal
해야
war.
될 것 같아요. 그냥
So I'm just gonna stay
제가 올라가면
comfortable.
좋은 거고 뭐 성주가
No.
올라가도 이제 결승 올라가면
Whoever makes it, if I make it through to the finals, that's great. If not, then just gonna root for him in the finals.
그동안 못했던 그런 조성우 선수의 속마음도 많이
No, there are
들어보고
gonna be a lot of
싶습니다. 생각나는 분이나
stuff
아니면
that
하고
you want
싶었던
to
이야기나
talk about
하고 싶은 거
when you
있으셨나요?
make it to the semifinals, and it took 6 years for you. So,
분이라면
you want to mention anyone that comes up in your mind?
안날 수가 없는
Obviously, family is the first.
항상 또 응원해 주셔서 감사하고
I'm really grateful for all the people who root for me, especially my family. They always watch my games. So I think that's the most substantial factor, as well as all the fan support.
그 힘에는 가족이라는 원동력이 있는 것 같습니다. 조성우 선수
That
이번에도
strong driving force called
가족분들이
family
굉장히 좋아하실 것 같은데요.
must have been a
그럼
very
사강전
great
각오를
confidence booster for you. Any last words for you on the expectations to the semifinals?
깨달아가지고
I think I realized a lot of the
걸
philosophies,
깨달았다기보다는 그냥 게임은 원래
within the
하던 대로
game.
하는데
but
마인드
also
컨트롤을 최대한
outside of
잘하려고
the
많이 하고 있어요.
gameplay as well, such as controlling my mind, controlling my emotion.
16강, 8강 했던 것처럼 좀
So I'm
편한
just gonna
마음으로
play as comfortable as possible, just how I did in
네,
round of
편안한
16
마음으로
and
임하겠다
today's
밝혀주셨는데요.
quarterfinals and
다시 한번
the
첫
upcoming
4강
semifinals
진출
as well.
축하드립니다.
감사합니다.
Congratulations once again, Trap.
네, 지금까지 세계
Alright.
첫 4강 진출을 이룬
Kind of crazy, man. Trap is in the final four.
이로써
Very
최종
crazy.
확정된
What year is
사강
this?
대진 화면으로
It's 2019, man.
Yeah.
Make no mistake about that. This is This is so cool. I'm not used to having trap in the final four. I'm really
It's
not.
actually 2 team, or I guess X team kills. 'Cause Classic used to be on Ghost Crew. It's Jin Air versus Ghost Crew.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting.
So Dark Classic, Maru Trap. We could have almost any matchup here at this point in time.
It's really hard to call the champion. Out of these 4.
Also, each of these players are going to interact with each other differently. You know.
Yeah, this is a great distribution of races too.
So on Wednesday we will have our match of Dark versus Classic. That's at 6:30 p.m. KST. On Saturday, that's 1 p.m. KST, we will have the Maru versus Trap match. You do not want to miss out on either of those.
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing if you're not watching those.
I know.
Better be sleeping.
Messing up. Yeah, you better be sleeping and watching
That's
the
your only
VOD.
excuse, yeah.
Yeah. Well, this went really well. If you're going to go buy our tickets, look down here. You have to get this, buy the ticket on the link online. Okay, it's $5. This is designed to make it easier for you to just purchase the ticket, and then when you show up to our studio, we let you in. You don't have to wait here all day. Also, if you are in the audience, please hang on to whatever ticket you have, and there is a giveaway at the end of the show.
Yeah, they have like picture books and stuff. Pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, all sorts of cool stuff. And I don't know, man. Good job today.
Yeah, you too.
No raggarts. This went really well. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Great games. Great series.
Too bad to see TY not play as well as I thought he was going to, but times are changing.
Yeah.
This could be Traps GSL. That's all the time we have, guys. We love you. We'll see you on Wednesday. Bye-bye.
This is my world.
Let's make it count.
I must practice tolerance.
GSL 시즌 1